Once a cop, let it knock, yeah. I for one thing we should celebrate redemption instead of condemning it.
Welcome to Corey's Corner. Did you hear about the case of Colin Griffith, who was released and acquitted for killing his mother? Well, you might remember last week on Corey's Corner, I talked about this case where the 17-year-old was on trial for murder for killing his mother, and his defense attorney said that one of his defenses was maybe it was suicide by son, which I vehemently denied because it's such disrespect for police officers who actually deal with suicide by cop, where people want to get killed and they do something called the police and they beg for the police to kill them. Well, an update to the case. 17-year-old Colin Griffith was acquitted of all charges and set free. As a matter of fact, look at this video of him walking out of the prison.
Some new video in of Colin Griffith walking out of the jail after being processed and released. Let's take a look. Let's see who's there with him. Nobody. Wow.
He's alone?
That's kind of interesting.
Tells you a lot, doesn't it?
It sure does.
I've never really seen anybody walk out of a prison by themselves, especially a high-profile case. As you can see, Court TV covered this case. This is one of the most heart-wrenching cases that I've been involved with. I'm a guest legal analyst on Court TV. I spoke about this case recently, actually several times in the past couple of weeks. Little background. What the jury did not know in the murder of his mother, where he was acquitted, 2 years previous, he killed his father in Oklahoma. The mother case was Florida versus Griffith. The father's case was out in Oklahoma. He shot and killed his father. He shot him in the chest, he shot him in the head, and he claimed self-defense. And the prosecution out there in Oklahoma could not dispute that it was self-defense, and so they never charged him. But I'm really surprised that the judge in the Florida case did not let the jury know that information. I'm quite sure by now, because this happened on Thursday or Friday last week, the jurors know that information because it's public. And they're probably sick to their stomach knowing that they let this 17-year-old kid go. We know he has some psychological issues also, because that was brought up in the trial, that he had some psychological issues. In his defense, he came from a very messed up family. His mother had some psychological issues. His father was very demanding, had some issues also. And now he killed his mother, his father, and he's walking scot-free. As a matter of fact, take a look at the comments that my girl, Julie Grant, one of the anchors of Court TV, said.
Who's next? He killed his dad. He killed his mom. Who's the next person Colin Griffith is going to kill in self-defense? That verdict is nauseating. What a horrifying miscarriage of justice. That little psychopath killed the two people who loved him most in this world. So now, where does he go from here? I stand by what I said when his trial began. He is the dangerous type of individual that police and prosecutors need to be concerned with. All of them. The jury, the judge, the prosecutors, they should all be sick about the direction that this trial went, because the evidence of a first-degree murder was there. So now, my friends, I'm hoping that two things will happen. Here we go. Number one, I hope that Colin goes to live with Grandma Susan, because we can thank Grandma for helping him walk on that murder charge. She and his defense attorneys convinced those jurors that Kathy was the monster. Baloney. It was him. They just obviously didn't see it because of the picture that Grandma painted and because of the ruling that the judge made to not let them know that he also killed his dad. I bet they wouldn't have walked him if they knew that. And speaking of dad, that brings me to the second thing that I hope happens. I hope they reopen Dad's case, and I hope they charge him immediately in Oklahoma. And then perhaps that jury will do a better job than this one. I sure hope those jurors can sleep at night, knowing that that little monster is back in society. And I pray to God that nobody else becomes his next victim.
Do you agree? This kid is messed up. He's probably going to kill again. He got away with murder 2 times. He killed his mother and his father. That's insane. And he got away in 2 separate jurisdictions. This isn't a Sammy the Bull who got away with all of these murders for years and nobody knew. And then he eventually accounted for his murders. This kid killed 2 people. We knew about it. We, the criminal justice system, the police, district attorneys, and they couldn't even put a case on strong enough that he could be found guilty. Mental health is an issue, it's a problem. Listen, I feel sorry for anybody that's going to be living next to him. And I know he'd probably be living with his grandmother, because his grandmother, where he killed his mother in her house, she actually was a witness on his behalf at the trial. A crazy, crazy family, crazy circumstances. Mental health is real. If you know somebody displaying any psychological tendencies or have some real mental issues, please get them help. This case here, it won't be the last time we hear of Colin Griffith. You'll probably hear it again on Corey's Corner. We'll probably be talking about him again, because this kid is a psycho. Wow. 2 murders, not charged. Mother and father, gone. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Corey Big Eves. Always keep it right now, real. Peace.